It's Rock on the Range Live. From your rock station, 99.7 The Blitz.
Hey, it's Hales for your rock station, 99.7 The Blitz, out here at Rock on the Range, and I've got Chris and Eddie from Suicide Silence. How are you guys doing today?
Hungry.
Hungry? You haven't eaten yet?
I haven't eaten a single thing today.
Man.
I had an orange, actually. Somebody gave me an orange earlier. It was pretty dope.
That's not what you want in a metal band. You want like a full feast that you can like engorge on before your set.
Oranges.
I want dead cows split open with maggots. Wait, do you eat maggots? I don't know.
I don't know. Some countries,
I guess so.
Something like that.
I'm into it.
Yeah, exactly. So, gonna dive right into the new album. Very different for you guys. Self-titled Suicide Silence.
It's different?
It's a little bit different, I think. Just a little bit.
Just a little?
But I actually really like it because
Sure.
I'll be 100% straight with you. Whenever I first started listening to Suicide Silence back in the day, like I said, I was mentioning to Chris 6-7 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get into it. It was a very specific kind of sound.
It definitely is.
And I'm a huge metalhead, but it was just like, I don't know, something about it. It's not clicking the way I want it to. I want a little bit more melody in here, like on past the everything else. So, love the new record. I think it's fantastic.
Thank you
I love
so
what
much.
you tried, and I love when bands push themselves in a new way. So, what was kind of the thought process for you guys going into that? Because it's over the top.
Well, it's there's a lot to it, you know.
Yeah.
What's the thought process?
The biggest thing, I think what motivated us the most out of I guess you could say anything, was the years and years and years of touring that we've been doing, and seeing how other bands in our scene, in our movement, in the death metal world, just seeing how easy it is to fall on your hinds, how easy it is to be non-passion, you know, like be like even keel. And to me, that's not what metal's about. Like, it's never been about that. It's always been about extreme passion, extreme feeling left out, and that's why we're so niche, and that's why we held on to that crazy sound that we had and didn't go outside of that box, because there wasn't anybody else doing that. And now that everybody else is doing that, and that's become the new pop. Like the new pop is to be this death metal band. It's crazy. Like I've seen it happen in front of my own eyes, and it's blown me away. Because it used to be that was just like the gutter. You know what I mean? Like that was the punk rocker. That was the guy that did too much weed in school. You don't do weed.
Do weed.
Yeah, don't do weed.
Smoke it, but don't do it.
Yeah, just. So yeah, that was the main thought process. It's just like, we're tired of seeing this, and we don't want to perpetuate that anymore. Like, we want to be different, we want to stand out, and we want to burn every fucking bridge that we've ever built.
And I love that you put it that way, because I was watching an interview that you did earlier about the sound of the new album, and it was like, I think you mentioned you were striving to kind of piss fans off, because that's what metal should be. You want to be pissed off. So to have an album that makes you feel just like anger whenever you listen to it, it's like, all right, that's kind of what we were going for.
Metal is about doing what you want.
Exactly.
You know? Well, I mean, at least that's how it used to be.
Yeah. So moving forward, is this going to be kind of what you're going to try to do with each record, like push yourselves into a different comfort zone, or are you going to try and find, like, you're going to base yourself off this sound that you've created now, or
whatever is forward and progressive?
Yeah, I mean,
whatever that may be or sound like, we don't know yet.
Whatever that is at the time.
At the end of the day, you can't really, like, I can't gauge what we're going to do, because now what I can say is that now this door is open. You know, that now we have the ability. We know we can trust each other. We can go further down the rabbit hole if we really need to, or we can go and do the stuff we did before. Like, it's up to us now. To sit and stew on it too much would kind of take away from it.
Yeah, and I feel like you guys have had a whole resurgence of some new fans who maybe didn't listen to Suicide Silence before. They're hearing the new stuff and they're like, what is this?
Like you.
This is crazy. I mean, a little bit like me. I did eventually find a way to like Suicide Silence, okay? but I'm saying, like
it.
I forced it. Well, it was the metalhead in me. I'm just like, I gotta find something I like about this, because they're a metal band. They're huge in the metal scene. I love them, but I want to love them.
That's crazy.
And
man.
so, like, couple albums in, I was super pumped about it. And I don't know if I mentioned, I was following All Shall Perish for a long time too. So super excited when you joined the band. It became a thing. And now that you've got this new sound, I'm just super excited for everything you guys are doing.
Now that my head has grown another 4 inches, we can stop the interview.
And Eddie's head grew 4 sizes that day.
It's even bigger.
Yeah, but
I got a massive
again,
head
touching
already.
on that, have you had any fans that maybe weren't around before that have come to you guys hearing you through radio maybe and are just like, oh, who are you? Even though you've been around for a long time.
Yeah, there's been this whole like, I guess you could say like surge of fans that are not death metal fans. Like they're not, that you could just tell right away, and then you're like, how do you know about us? Where did you hear about us? They're like, actually, I heard your new song on here or there, or my friend showed me this. My friend gave me the record because he didn't like it, and I love it. I'm seeing a lot of young fans, like 12 years old, 11 years old.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God, you guys are sick. And then I'm seeing like the old guys, like the dudes who are like maybe 10 years older than us or 20 years older than us, and they're like, dude, your new record is so cool. I can't put it down.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see that, like as much as our current fan base is like being resistant, we're still very much accepted in the music world. Like we still wrote music, and we still wrote good music.
Well, and I think at the end of the day, with everything that happened with Suicide Silence and how you came to be in the band and just the past that you guys have had, I feel like fans are just a little bit more passionate. They want it to be done right. And
absolutely,
the ones that actually care about you and the ones that love you are going to follow you and they're going to support you.
100%.
So, like me.
Yeah.
I swear.